After you've installed Adobe Acrobat DC, there's a couple of ways you can open the PDF that you want to make fillable. You can double click on Adobe Acrobat DC, and then it has over here on the left Files, and you can click on My Computer, and then you could choose where it is. Mine's on the desktop, and then I could choose the conference form here. I'm going to close this and show you the other way. The other way is you can come to the actual PDF, right click over it, hover over Open With, and then choose Adobe Acrobat DC, and then it will open. What you're looking for over here on the right is Prepare Form. So there's a scroll bar, you can scroll down, and I see Prepare Form right here. If you don't see it here, and you can scroll down to the bottom where it says More Tools, click on More Tools, and then you want to look under the category of Forms and Signatures. And under Forms and Signatures, there's Prepare Form. And then I just clicked on Add, and it put it over here on the list. And then to get back to the form, you just click on the tab. When you click on Prepare Form, it's going to make this form fillable. Wherever there's a blank line, it's going to put where you can fill in and type in that area. So I'm going to click on Prepare Form. It's going to show me the form, and then I just click on Start. And you can see what it did. Then it just created for each one of where the blank lines were. It's now fillable. And up here in the upper right hand corner, you have the Preview button. You can click Preview, and you can see what it looks like where it's put the fillable areas. And you can also test it by just typing in here. And then you can see what it looks like. And I'll just take that out. And I'm going to go back and forth between Edit and Preview. So I'm going to come up here in the upper right hand corner and click Edit. This is where I can make changes and edit however this is set up for me. So first of all, each of these fillable areas picked up the name associated with the fill-in line. So this says Campus, this says Date, but notice this says Grade Level, but it's really for the child. So I'm going to right click over that, and you can go right here to the Properties, and you can do almost everything there. You could actually go here to Rename Field, but that only lets you do certain things. So I'm going to go to the Properties. And when the Properties open, it looks like this, and it's got tabs that you can go to at the top. And right there is where it has the name. So you can see this should be named Child. The tooltip is what appears when you hover over the area. You can also come here and make it read only or required, or lock it. And I can either take off the tooltip altogether and have none, or type Child, which we'd want that to match. And click Close. And now if I go to Preview and hover over it, you see it says Child. So that's what those are, and that you can just go back and forth kind of looking. I'm going to click Edit. So you can come in and you can delete any of these you don't need. If I don't, I can right click and just click Delete, and that takes out that fillable area. Maybe I don't want anything there. These should be check boxes, and they are not. They're text boxes. You see at the top there's text. There's a text box. And there's a checkbox here, so I'm going to right click and delete these. And then you come up here to the checkbox, and the way you add it, I'm going to click on it and let go, and then when I move my cursor down, you can see there's the checkbox. I'm moving my cursor down, and I'm going to position it where I want the checkbox, and then I'll click. And then I could call it and name it whatever I want. What's happened here is you see these may be out of order, so we'll come up here and we'll order the tabs by row to make sure they're in order. If you need to add a text box, you do the same thing. You click on it, move your mouse down. I'm not clicking and dragging, I lift it up after the click. And then I'm just going to come here, and I'm going to click, and it positions the box there, and then you can hover over these symbols to resize the box by clicking and dragging, just like you would a text box. And you can move the boxes around with that arrow. I'm moving it, or I can resize it. When you get to the areas, you can see there's a resize. And then there's to undo. Come up to edit and you can just undo there. Once you get everything the way you want, you can go to the preview and look and see if it looks the way you want. And you can close. And then you can just do File and save it. Save as. And then when you distribute it, people will be able to fill it in.